Hey, morning, Instagram and YouTube. I'm gonna put this video up on both actually because it's a really important topic to me. It is a burden on the economy moving forward, and that's student loans. I briefly went over it, but I wanted to go over it a little bit in more detail because, well, it's all over the news, right? And I think it's a huge burden on the economy, being, 1.7, 1.8 trillion. Right now, for example, we have inflation, right? For years, economically speaking, we've been trying to spur inflation and get it above 2%. So a few years from now, we want people to be able to spend, right? And more importantly, purchase a house and raise a family. And it's kind of crazy because when I see people like talking about this on the news or whatever, like this is an economic problem. This is a burden, on the U.S. economy. It's not really a political problem. So I propose some solutions, for example, and these are just my thoughts because I see people saying like, "Oh, this is helping out the rich people," or "This is helping out America's wealthy." Well, okay, that's why if we did it like a debt to income ratio, then we're not helping out anyone that's wealthy, right? Then it's a student welfare fund because it is. Some of these people have debt to income ratios above 40%, above 50%. And I really want to put some things into perspective because I feel like people don't understand some of these, or may not understand some of these things from the way they're talking about it. So if you have a debt to income ratio that's above 40 or 50%, that means that no one's going to give you like loans. If your debt to income ratio is above 50%, no one's going to give you a home loan. You're not going to be able to get financing for anything really, right? And sometimes they'll bring up someone that will tell a story like, "Oh, well, it's not fair, I did XYZ and I was able to pay off all my loans in time." Like, how do you know, dude, that not everyone is doing these things? Obviously, people are living far away from work, Obviously, they're making sacrifices and they're barely making ends meet. And just to put that into perspective, that's when someone says it's not fair to me because I paid off the loans. Well, I could come and say, "Yo, those COVID business loans weren't fair. I had a business during that time, for example, let's say. I I didn't need the loans. How come these people got the loans? Give me a loan, as well." Or I could say, "Yo, those people getting the food stamps, that's not fair. I worked really hard. I don't care if they have two jobs and, three or four kids and can barely make ends meet. It doesn't matter to me. I was put in the same situation. I worked and I could afford, food. So why do they get this?" That's what the student loans kind of is. It's if you put these things into perspective, then no, it's not like helping the wealthy, You're literally filtering using technology filtering. And two, it is welfare at this point when someone has a debt to income ratio that's 50 or 60%, or let alone higher than that, which is insane. So it would be helping the wealthy, though. It would be helping some wealthy people if we just painted them with a broad brush. So I just wanted to elaborate on that. And the other thing is, it's ridiculous to me when I see people talking like, "Why does it even matter to you, dude? Like, you just don't want to help people?" Like, I don't understand, So that is, and people say it's helping the wealthy. I don't think it's not. And I'm going to end it with this one, okay? I'm not political here, just economically speaking, because the people saying it's helping the wealthy obviously do not understand the laws that help the wealthy. Not keeping political, straight economic, all over the Wall Street Journal, all over any economic magazine you open, laws that would be helping the wealthy is like overturning Roe v. Wade, because when a law like that gets overturned, economic perspective, someone with $6,000 could just fly to another state and do whatever the hell they want. Someone that doesn't have the money is stuck and cannot do anything. That is a law helping the wealthy. But helping people with their student loans that can barely make ends meet is absolutely not helping the wealthy. Um, don't paint them with a broad brush. Don't cancel that for everyone. It's an ongoing problem, the student debt crisis, and the only reason, or the one of the only ways I see, there are lots of brilliant people out there. These are just my thoughts. One of the only ways I see is, yeah, we have to create a fund for this, and it's not a bad idea to tax people that are worth more than 100 million, contribute to it a little, you know. The people politicizing this issue, specifically the student loan, doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't affect them whatsoever, you know. It's just insane, you know. Why don't we start helping people for a change that really need it, and not just every time we give something, give it to everyone. But yeah, that's the student loan in details, and I just use these examples to put it into perspective for people, because lots of people, they don't understand, you know. They're I don't know how they're looking at it. But yeah, a couple more videos today for sure, but I wanted to cover that one.